Hello again, in the land of Rocky Boy. I am Comrade Gary. Welcome back to Cataclysm, Dark Days Ahead. Let's see what the land of Rocky Boy has in store for me this time. When I last left off, I was checking out a brand new town that has a music store and a couple of houses. I went south quite a distance. Now my shopping cart is entirely full, and so is my inventory. So, should I continue to explore, or should I take some of these goods back home? I think maybe I should head home for a little bit. Well, let's do a little bit more exploring of this town, and then I will head home, as my inventory space is an issue. Hardware store. Nothing worth getting here. What's with the smoke, I say? Is that car left on? Let me examine that car. This car has gasoline. This car lacks wheels. Okay, so this car is spinning its wheels, apparently. I should be checking out various vehicles to see if they are drivable, or if they have anything in them, but it seems like most vehicles that is not the case. Right, some beer. I will consume that immediately, even though I can't quite consume it all. Coconut milk. Can't carry that. Arm guards, neoprene arm sleeves. I would be feeling hot if I wore those. My head is hot, my feet are hot, but I would rather keep my helmet on. The do-it-yourself compendium. I do not know how good or not good this potentially is. I've got a lot of extra food. Maybe I should drop one or two of these food items. Yes, that will be fine. I've got plenty of food. Let's see, so this do-it-yourself compendium, I kind of missed all that, but it can bring your fabrication level to 6, but it requires fabrication of 3. My fabrication is 1. So that would be a useful book to take with me in the future. I will take it and read it. Come with me, do-it-yourself compendium. We have much work to do. Safety glasses. I can open up this garage if I wanted to. What is that? That is a firefighter helmet. It has quite a bit of encumbrance, but that doesn't really matter. 18 bash, 18 cuts. I was wearing an army helmet, though. I assume that is... Well, it's a lot better at cutting. It's actually not bashing. It's actually not quite as good. No environmental... There's one environmental protection on the firefighter helmet. The army helmet is warmer and has more coverage, so I'm going to stick with the army helmets, as I expected I would, but it is interesting that there is various advantages of the firefighter helmet, a few distinct ones. So I could see taking the firefighter helmet if you preferred more environmental resistance or more bashing protection, which you do get bashed a lot, so... Anyways, let's go. Should I head on back yet? No, let's finish exploring town. I traveled a long way to get here. Might as well finish exploring. Need to be very careful when making noise like that. Let's check out this basement. I heard a zombie doing something. We see a fat zombie fighting a sewer rat. And I am flanked by 2 sewer snakes. Good lord. Whatever will I do? like that's such a big deal. It is nothing for Comrade Gary. Alright, so is there anything useful down here? Just a bunch of computer gaming. Now that's useful. No, that's just a bunch. Oh, actually, that is useful. 101 crafts for beginners. I think that's another fabrication. Yeah, beginner's fabrication book. So I'll go ahead and take that as well. What should I drop? Got some of this extra food stuffs that I do not exactly need right now. Don't need that flare. I'm gonna go ahead and butcher the fat zombie. I'm not sure if I'll come back down here, but if I do, there's a little bit of food in the basement. Okay, so the 101 crafts for beginners can take my fabrication to 3. Very convenient. That goes very well with the other book I just found. A family cookbook. How much does that help me? Let's read that. Can I read that from the floor? Too big to pick up. Grumble, grumble. Okay. Grumble, grumble, give me 30 rupees. It can bring your cooking skill to level 5. Okay. Cool. We're getting a lot of really nice educational materials. A lot of nice skill books. I will make good use of these. Maybe I should get that sling pack and put it on so I have more carrying capacity. That's not necessary. Blueberry. I will force myself to eat blueberries. I swear. Just barely don't have enough space. Guess I'll drop the cranberries for now. Very good. And off we go. More aspirin. I can handle that. Though I am carrying an excessive amount of aspirin, it will probably be useful at some point. If I'm really in pain, I can take tons of aspirin. Again, I am left wondering if you can overdose on aspirin in this game. I wonder if you can overdose on acid. That would be fun too. Alright, so if I took this briefcase, I could wear it on my arm, and that would heavily encumber my left arm only and my left hand, which would affect the stamina costs of attacks and make reloading hell. Yeah, I won't be able to attack very easily at all with this thing on, so I can take some extra stuff with my briefcase, but if I get into combat, I should immediately ditch the briefcase. I can do that. We will take the briefcase. Batter fried fish? That sounds delish. Alright, I think my character's going to be happy about eating that in the future. I mean, that's batter fried fish. Okay, so the music store just usually has instruments. Right. I don't want to grab anywhere. I want to turn the safe mode off. Okay. I did that by mistake. So, guitar and a few books. Okay. Not useless books, but books all the same. So the only thing in the store is a ukulele? What kind of music store is this? This is, a music store. Well, we had really good business. We only have the one thing, the ukulele. And I don't intend to walk around playing the ukulele all day. What happened? Oh, is it because I'm hot? I'm in pain because I'm too hot. The briefcase is overheating me. Ooh, that's a shame. Alright, so if I set down the briefcase, then it made me set down the do-it-yourself compendium, along with my battered fish. That's not happening. I must keep my battered fish and my do-it-yourself compendium. More importantly, the do-it-yourself compendium. How can I live without fish, I tell you? Well, these things will preserve. The battered fried fish will not. I don't know why I'm trying so hard to keep the battered fried fish. Let's see. Can any of this fit into the cart? I think I put one thing in the cart, so... Yeah, now I can... the battered fried fish. Okay. Alright, let's go home. Now they've got a lot of nifty skill books, and most importantly, the battered fried fish. Alrighty, so... I guess I'm going to try to take a slightly different route home and go around this way. And we'll see if that's a good idea or a terrible idea. If it's a terrible idea, then I'll just find a different way around. So, what do we have up here? A bunch of dogs. What's up here? A minefield, is that? I'm seeing a sign. So it looks like, yeah, the minefield is right there. Okay, so I'm going to make a note of that on the map. Minefield, and I like to make that red, so that's like semicolon R. What's that? R semicolon. Yes. Minefield. Warning. Minefield. Do not step into the minefield. Oh, what's this? Besides panties, lab coats and solder, lab coat and lab coats, amateur home radio for enthusiasts, which is too big to pick up, yes. But if I were to read it, it can bring your electronic skill to 8 if it's already 4. Wow, I'm getting a lot of good books. I'm making myself a nice library of wonderful skill books. Now, if only I had enough storage space to carry it all. I guess, Sling Pack, I must don you once more. For the sake of books, for the sake of literature, and not dropping extra food, for the sake of literature and pack ratting, I will wear this sling pack once again. But my torso, that does make my torso encumbrance considerable, so if I get into combat, I should consider maybe putting it back down again. We've got a bunch of science ID cards. So if I find a bunch of science ID cards, if I find any more science labs, we'll be able to get in, no problem. And anti-glare compensators. Okay. So your eyes have high power, quick reacting transition lenses installed over them, which can block bright flashes. So basically, if I get hit by a flashbang or other bright flashes while that baby's installed, then I should be fine. That's pretty cool. I think sunglasses kind of do the same thing to a certain extent, but I doubt they're quite as good as robotic anti-glare compensators that are cybernetically installed into your eyeballs. Do you want to fight coyotes? Cougars? No, dogs. There's a bunch of dogs and a cougar. We can fight if you want to, but I'm just gonna pass on that. I'm just gonna pass unless you guys really want to fight. But otherwise, I'm feeling a bit wounded, and my torso encumbrance is higher than I would like. So we'll just let bygones be bygones, right? Let sleeping dogs lie, and let dogs that aren't coming at you sit where they are. And let angry dogs stay at a distance if they want to. That's it. What's this? What's this? A radio tower. If I want to do some radioing of some sort, I don't know exactly what, but I guess if you've got good electronic skill, you can somehow make use of that. safe mode on. I should feel safe. I might as well pick the blueberry bush. And snack upon said blueberries. How's my character? Yes, my character enjoys blueberries. Not by a ton, but he does enjoy them. How about cherries? Do they have good enjoyability? Enjoyability of 3. I'll take them, I guess. Oh, can I not go through there? It's underbrush. Nope, okay. Not with my cart, at least. As the difficulty is, it's a little bit annoying pulling a cart through the forest. As it would be. In fact, I imagine pulling a shopping cart through a forest would be a lot more annoying than it is for me, as long as I choose the right path. Alright, we're losing daylight. Like the flashlight on. And I do want to make that advanced flashlight, that advanced survivor headlamp. But we'll worry about that later. After I get a lot of my skills, I'm going to do a lot of skill leveling soon. The cougar wants to fight. The cougar... I was going to say the cougar no longer wants to fight. He's backing off and leaping at me. Okay, fine. I scared the cougar off. Fair enough. I see no need to kill... What's that? Grim Howlers? A pair of Grim Howlers. A pair of Grim Howlers. That is a bit more concerning. That is almost a 3. 3 Grim Howlers. That is almost gunworthy, I would say. Let us engage these bastards carefully. Unless these are hallucinations, but I usually don't hallucinate packs of enemies. Yes, ear-piercing howl. Can I fight one at a time? Or do you intend to fight me all 3 at the same? Okay, there's a 4th one. There's a 4th one. That's definitely making me feel like drawing my gun. If I choose not to draw my gun and things get bad, well, it might get really, really bad. I'm going to stand behind this tree so that they don't have line of sight. It'll confuse them a little bit, I think. Aha! Alright, we're fighting one at a time. This is the situation I wanted. We're no longer fighting them one at a time. Ow. Right, I'm wearing the sling pack. I gotta drop my sling pack. That's why I'm missing so much. Oh, well, too late for that, I guess. Got it. Okay, well that hurt a little bit, but actually I was worried it was gonna be a lot worse. Oh, I don't like Grim Howlers. They must be disassembled. Disassembled. Butcher. Destroy. Now, that's a bruised weasel. Oh well, I butchered it too. Alright, there's my cart. I think I forgot to butcher one Grim Howler, but that's fine. We can deal with him again later. Do I have caps lock on? Oh no. Alright then. So where am I on the map? Ah, okay, I'm over there. I don't want to go through the swamp, so let's go around to the east of it more. And there's some of the giant ants. My old friends. My skill in archery has reduced to 1. Oh no. I don't know how to use a bow. Oh no. I will be nearly useless with them next time I use them. That's a big deal. Not like I ever have, but I've never used a bow in this game so far, so no big deal. Hello there. Okay, I thought you were coming to fight me. Oh, this is a crater. Okay. Or no? I'm not sure what that was to deal with that terrain. There's a lot of rubble there. Bad coyote. Are we out of the woods? We're not out of the woods yet. But soon. Very soon. We're real close. Alright. Nearly back home. A moose? A moose that's coming for me? Uh-oh, uh-oh. Maybe I should run for it. I don't like mooses. Mooses? I don't like a moose. Okay, so I've been running for a little bit, now the moose is catching up to me. Bad moose. No, I don't want to fight you. You can be quite terrifying. Have I looted this house before? Doesn't look like it, but I'm not sure. Contact lenses. Lamb. Marbles. If I have been in here before, I've forgotten the contents. I think I would have looted these cigarettes. Arm guards. Usually things aren't locked from the inside. Okay, well I care not for this area anyways. Go to the basement. Minefield, there's my home. A bunch of giant ants who are all hostile. And now we're exploring town. I will deal with you later, giant ants. Fine, if you want to fight giant ant, I will fight you. Right, again, I'm doing this with the sling pack on, which is one of the reasons I don't want to fight right now. Alright, now which one was my house? That one, to the north, okay, yeah. We're not quite there yet. There's my house. Alright. Good old home sweet home. Let's get these sacred books of knowledge into the basement. I declare compensators. Is that all the books? 101 crafts for beginners. I'll get that down there too. Along with the perishable food, I think. Would be a good idea. Chocolate drink. Oh well, close enough. So what's this one? Oh, that's all my seeds. And beans. Okay. One moment. Contacts are really messing with me right now. It's late at night. I need to edit this bit out. Alright, that's more like it. Alright, so let's read these books. Under the Hood brings your mechanic skill to 3. Oh, I can turn this flashlight off now. And I'll just drop all these books here. They will be my new library. And I need to get my happiness up if I'm going to do some reading. 3 drinks of cheap wine and some fruit wine. I'm tipsy. I activate the electronic cigarettes and the normal cigarettes. And that's probably good enough. Oh, and my game watch. Let's find another kitten. Ah, they keep updating the robot finds kitten. And on the very first try, the robot does indeed find kitten. Okay, well that was quick. Small fire? What do you mean small fire? Small fire? I made a small fire? Whoops. Smoking can set small fires. I gotta get this, I gotta move all this equipment. Okay, I was really worried. I was worried I was gonna burn everything I own. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful when smoking. You could set everything you own on fire. Which is realistic, but terrifying. Okay, well. Anyways, after that small scare, let's continue reading various things and be glad that we still own various books. Alright, so I want to learn more mechanics. My mechanic skill is 1, but under the hood can bring it to 3, which I think will be incredibly useful for opening up doors like that to the gun store. Mechanics increased to level 2. Alright, well, I'll activate the cigarettes and the electronic cigarettes over here, where hopefully it doesn't do as much harm. And then I'll come back over here and read. Does that work? More under the hood. Oh no, my swimming has reduced to 2. But my mechanics is 3, so that evens out. Oh, I fell asleep? I fell asleep right there on the spot? That's kind of surprising. I didn't hit the key for that. Or at least I don't believe I did. I ate a bunch of blueberries and a battered fried fish. Yeah, that's enjoyable. Okay, and very thirsty. We can take care of that. V8. Oh, that's food as well. Crispy cranberry. Energy drink. Root beer. Or 2 energy drinks. No, I can't consume that either. Okay, then... that's all food. Sports drink. Clean water. Clean water. There we go. Okay, so now we can no longer learn anything new from under the hood as far as skill levels are concerned. We can still learn some recipes, but I'm not too worried about that. I can bring my unarmed combat to 3. Potentially could be useful. What would be a bit more useful is let's see. Well, electronics or the fabrication is always a useful skill, so let's do the fabrication. 101 crafts for beginners. We're going to get a lot of fabrication skill about now, or pretty soon. I probably should be listening to my MP3 player as soon as I'm done. Yes. MP3 player. Or there was another one. I had another one around here. There it is. MP3 player. Let's listen to that sucker. Oh yeah. Get some beats up in here. Then battered fried fish. And consume various cigarettes off in the corner, where they can't do nearly as much harm. Sadly, we've got some rotten food here. I'll consume the cranberry juice. Make sure not to start a fire by standing off to the side for a bit. Now, where did I put the alcohol? I moved it over, didn't I? There it is. Cheap wine? Yes. Cheap wine? Yes. Alright, now let's continue to read. 101 crafts for beginners. Yeah, now we're learning a lot better, or a lot more quickly. Got over 100 focus. Or well, I was back up to 100. I had lowered my focus down to 60 before, so I can no longer learn from 101 crafts for beginners. Set these books down. And let's see, my happiness mostly coming from music. And I'm feeling a bit hot. Oh, my torso's hot because I'm still wearing that sling pack. Get that sling pack off. We don't need that. I mean, other parts of my body are hot, but I like it that way. Wine, fruit wine. I drank the maple syrup. Well, I guess that does make me happy, doesn't it? Okay, fair enough. More cheap wine. My marksmanship has reduced to 2. How can this be? I mean, it is a shame. It's one of my skills that I like a lot, so we'll get that back up. But I much prefer to keep getting my crafting skill up. Fabrication. Fabrication. Where was the next fabrication book? No, but enough about jargon. I seem to be missing it. Knife fighter's nuts. Cutting. Yeah, plenty of cutting weapon skill. I could get my marksmanship skill back up to 3. I guess I might as well re-maintain that. Okay, back up to 3. That was easy. I'll touch up my swimming as well. There we go. Oh, too big to pick up. The books were too big to pick up. Okay, whoops. Because I set down... Whoops, I see, because I set down my sling pack. And oh no, my battered fish went rotten. No, not the battered fried fish. What will I do without my fish? Recreation badge. Okay, so I should have a bit more room now. Yeah, that's more like it. Okay, the DIY compendium. I hear some glass breaking from the south. That can't be. That does not be. In fact, I think that's just my schizophrenia going off. Plus, I'm listening to music, so I doubt I'd hear. Even if there was glass breaking, I doubt I'd hear it because I'm busy listening to other things. So, methinks this is a lie. Nice try. Insanity. Energy drink. Rooted beer. Rooted beer, the beer of the roots. Electronic cigarettes. 2, 3. Okay, I think I can get away with reading once again. Do-it-yourself compendium. You're thirsty? How about alcohol? It won't make you... It won't quench your thirst for very long, but it'll do the trick. Fabrication level 5. Lovely. Cherry, blueberry, cheap wine, cheap wine, cheap wine. Maple syrup, maple syrup, maple syrup. Cigarettes. Electronic cigarette times 3. Normal cigarettes. And sports rink. Alright. I was taking a bit of a risk with the fire potential there for my cigarettes. But I was hoping things are under control. More fabrication. Alright, fabrication level 6. I can no longer learn from the do-it-yourself compendium. Okay, so now with fabrication level 6, I should be able to get some cool new recipes that I can make, potentially. Like an iron javelin. That's pretty cool. I don't think I had that before. Or some various new armors. Then again, I think I'm going to need more tailoring skill. I want some really good armors. A tinfoil hat. A sheet of aluminum foil molded into a hat. Perfect for protecting yourself from the government, Illuminati's, aliens, and them. 6 cutting protection. It's kind of surprising. Whoever they are. Okay, so the main thing I wanted was that interesting affirm roll mat. I can make wooden crossbow bolts from 2x4s. That's cool. If I had a crossbow, that'd give me plenty of ammo. I can shell those hickory nuts. Makes sense. Okay, we're looking at food. Or I could do that, yes. Anyways, so it would be in like tools, electronic tools. Oops. Yeah, I could make CBMs. That's interesting. It'd be in lighting. No, light strip inactive. A light emitting circuit next to some, or attached to some batteries. Heating element, capital wire. Food code kitchen, buddy. Or I guess maybe it'd be in the other tools. I could make a lobotomizer? This is a hand-forged collapsible tool. Oh. Collapsible? That has 2 axe heads and a sharp shovel head. I didn't realize it was collapsible. That's interesting. And it has an incredible amount of attack, but just low hit bonus. no, I was thinking of the survivor. The survivor head torch. See, there's the head torch, which I can make with the rags. Survivor head torch, I missed it. Aha. Okay, and that requires a tool with screw driving, one or more, flashlight, amplifier circuits, and 2 wires. Amplifier circuit, soldering iron. Amplifier circuit, scrap metal, wires, soldering iron. Screwdriver. I think I can get all that. Alright, so now we know I have my shopping list. Let's go get the tools we need to make that happen. Also, let's eat the more perishable food, I suppose. And let's pull out some of the perishable items from this shopping cart that we don't need. Or other things we don't need. I forgot to do the drop command. Oops. Drop. Guess we can drop these 2, drop that. Don't think I need to be carrying around this many. Drop 100 aspirin. Calcium tablets. Potassium iodide tablets. Okay. That'll reduce my weight a bit. Now let's go search the electronics store. But why am I not wielding my knife? I've set down my knife by accident. Whoopsie doodle. When I was setting down the other stuff. Okay, wielding my knife. So what is this? That's a raincoat. Just curious. That's that's a double barrel. Left over there. So, electronics store. It was one of these nearby, right? Right. There it is, electronics store. Let's get over there. Yeesh, I just almost stepped into the minefield. That would have been a spectacularly sad way to end this session. I gotta be careful. That's what that N on the map is. I forgot what... Yeah. Maybe I should make that a red N. Just to be sure that I don't do that stupid thing later. I am playing late at nights and I'm feeling a bit tired now. So I'm probably gonna take a break after this, but... It's just because I'm tired, that's no reason to make a mistake. Or... That's the kind of the time where you make a mistake. So that's exactly why I want to take it easy and not mess up. Butcher the child. Okay, so signal receiver, RAM. Now once again, I wanted to amplifier circuits. Just want to make sure I know my shopping list. It was an amplifier circuits, like metal. Was it on this section? I guess it'd be on head. Yeah, that makes it a bit easier. And then, what would be considered something else, like other? Survivor utility belt. Survivor headlamp? Now I'm forgetting. Is it here? Or other, I guess. And tools. Yeah, it was other last time. So quickly I forget. And then Survivor headlamp. I see there's a Survivor telescope too. Collapsible telescope. Inaccurate to use as a weapon scope, but carrying this item in your inventory will double the distance that is mapped during your travels. Interesting. I just need lenses, a spring, and some plastic chunks. Well, that's is something I can make in the future as well. But first, I want to work on this. So 2 wire, 2 scrap metal, 1 amplifier circuits. That is the main thing. Amplifier circuits. Where can I get amplifier circuits? Disassembling this will give you stuff, but not amplifier circuits. Is there an amplifier circuit in, like, maybe my flashlights? If I took apart this flashlight, I would get an amplifier circuits. And a light strip. Okay. I think we had an extra flashlight around here, so I'll take that one apart. I'll take this screwdriver set, because I know I'm going to need that. I guess I'll take the soldering iron. We're going to probably be using one of those in not too long. I'll take the extra solder. And I'm pretty sure there was an extra flashlight somewhere. If I disassembled that vibrator, I won't get an amplifier circuit. More solder. And flashlights. We must disassemble. I will disassemble. I guess I'll disassemble this flashlight, actually. Disassemble. Yes, it takes about 10 minutes. Not a quick process. You might be able to learn another recipe if you disassemble another. Or learn a recipe if you disassemble another. Interesting. Well, I might disassemble another flashlight then in the future. Copper wire, scrap metal, amplifier circuits. Well, no, I don't have space for the light strip. Okay, I was gonna say I'll take it all, but the light strip is too heavy. All right then. Well, I'm seeing a point to disassembling things then in the future. Oh, here's an amplifier circuit as well. Okay, so I could have just found one rather than disassembling something to get it. Oh well, that's no fun. Okay, so now I need wires and scrap metal. Did I get any wires from that? No, I didn't. Copper wire. Does copper wire count as wires? Seems like it might, but I'm not sure. So once again, going back to the tools in the other section, we have Survivor. There's a Survivor mesket as well. A Survivor head torch, 2 wires, which does not, copper wire does not count as 2 wires. Okay. But I've got all the other necessary bits. I think I've got a sewing kits in the house. I believe, anyways. So 2 wires, 4 rags. 2 wires. Disassembling this will give you scrap metal. Disassembling this will give you antenna power converter, heating element, scrap metal 2. It'll give me scrap metal. That's something. Copper wire. What's a transistor? Can bring your electronic skill to 3. What is my electronic skill? Do I have any of that? Yeah, to 2. I have 2. So I must have read such a book before. Too big to pick up. Fair enough. Oh, I've been carrying around this dielectric capacitance system. How was I carrying that? Okay. So I got my electronic skill back up. Any wires? Electronic scraps. Copper wire doesn't count as wires. 2 electronic scraps, 1 high-quality lens. So if you disassemble cameras, you could make that telescope, maybe. Hot plates. Copper wire. Disassembling that makes copper wire, not normal wires? I'm starting to get confused because you'd think there'd be wires. Maybe I need to make parts. Electronic components. Extra battery mod. A homemade battery compartment was made with spare electronics. You could attach this to any electronic tool to double the amount of batteries held. Well, that's pretty cool. I can do that right now, really. But I don't really have anything I want to attach it to. UPS conversion. Ah, interesting. Battery compartment, power converter. Parts, small electronic motor. Electric fire starter. Well, I'm a little bit confused. I can make a tree spile if I wanted. If I disassemble this, it will give me a high quality lens and scrap metal. I guess I might as well disassemble the iBot. Oh, it takes a long time to wield the thing. That's the only way I can disassemble it. Disassemble. It's gonna take about 30 minutes. I have disassembled the iBots. And that's a good thing. It will terrorize this world no more. Well, I guess maybe I'll have to find wires somewhere else. Again, it just calls it wire. Survivor headlamp. Survivor telescope is past that, right? Survivor head torch. Once again, 2 wires. Where do I get 2 wires? Just in general wires. You'd think I'd be seeing one of them here. Copper wire. 2 cell phones. Scrap metal. I'm gonna disassemble this camera. So if I disassembled enough iBots, can I learn to make an iBot? Or is that not one of the recipes you can make? Well, in any case, I have most of the tools I want, just not all of them. Well, I'm going to take this gear back home, and we'll see what we can do with it, I guess. Certainly going to make something. Maybe I won't make the Survivor head torch after all. I don't want to pile too many things in one spot, so I'm going to set this all over here. It's a sewing kit here and a tailor's kit, so I'm going to grab these 2 fabrication tools. I'm going to set these tools. So I'll set the iron and screwdriver sets and kits and sewing kits all over here next to the materials. That's right, the augmentative tech review can bring your electronic skill level 5 from level 4. So I can't quite use it yet, but that will be quite useful when I want to do some modifications to myself. Oh, I need to put these close enough to the lamp, actually. There we go. Alright, so once again, let's see what I can make here. I can make that extra battery mod. What else? I can make a paint chipper. Survivor. Storage battery case. An empty case I can hold a storage battery. Okay. A pro fishing rod. Tool section, that was correct. Once again, survivor head torch. I just need the wires and the rags. Just don't know where to get wires from. And as far as the survivor telescope, I have the lenses, I need a spring. So wires, springs, and rags. That's all there is to it. Well, I know where to get rags. There's some rags. I can only carry 10. That'll be enough. Now, so that was easy. Now where do I get the wires? I assume there's a lot of places you can get them, so let's look at some metal. Zombie. Also, I'm hungry and thirsty, so I should take care of that. You should probably take care of that. Blueberry, 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 blueberry. Jeez, grommet. Oh, I can't. And, sports drink. That's more like it. Okay, I'm just tired. And I start scratching my torso. I've got itchy skin. I gotta stop having itchy skin. That's no good. Take a bath, my friend. Okay, so. Wires. If I, like, bash the fence enough, will I get wires? Are these wires? Can I just bash this with my survival knife until I get wires? Or will you provide me wires? 2 hours will give you 4 power converters, 2 solar cells, an electric motor, taser, electronic scraps, chunks of steel. I would say no. Also, I don't seem to be doing much damage to this with my survival knife. If anything, I'm going to damage my survival knife, so I need like a sledgehammer or something. I want to take those out. Not a zombie, whatever will I do? How can I defeat a solitary zombie? Oh, there's that skeleton. Die, skeleton. I will butcher you. Basic repair kit. 50 units of duct tape per use. I will take it. Pliers. Well, pliers usually can pliers can do a lot of things, but can they... That's not the type... That's not like wire clippers and stuff. You can't do anything interesting with pliers. Hello there, zombie. Good night. I am dead tired. Alright, well I should get some sleep then. Another crafting book. Romance novel. Okay, sleep here. My MP3 player is on. It would have turned off automatically very soon, but that's okay. Not my swimming skill. Wow, my character slept for a long time. There we go. I mean, he was dead tired after all. Brave drink. Don't drink the coffee syrup. Guys, I'll take the cookbook and eat some cheese. Cheese grommet. Washing machine. Clang, 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 clang. Can I get wires from this thing? You don't seem to be damaging the washing machine. Not with a knife. And that makes sense. Alright, well what sort of weapons can I make for the bashing variety? Let's see, like a cudgel, a home wrecker, chunks of steel, that's right, the chunks of steel. Let's get some chunks of steel and some long strings and a heavy stick. How many long strings do I need? I forget, like 8 of them? Alright, once again, home wrecker requires 8 long strings and 4 chunks of steel. 8 long strings shouldn't be too hard. I'm just gonna have to bash a lot of windows. I mean, I could make the long strings out of something else, but it's just so convenient to bash long windows, or bash windows and get long string. Okay, so how many strings does that make? 8. All right. Then just was it chunks of steel or was it chunks of steel or chunks of metal? But the other, there's a couple different. Yeah, chunks of steel. 4 chunks of steel. 1. 2, or no, it was a lump. That was a lump, not a chunk. That's confusing. Yeah, there's lumps, chunks, and scrap metal. Alright, we'll definitely find it here. Yeah, I can just make it right here. Home wrecker! There's no room, so you drop your home wrecker. I will wield this home wrecker. I will drop whatever I need to wield this home wrecker. Still have my knife. Right, I can't carry the cookbook. I would like to take the cookbook. Well, I'll leave the cookbook there. Not strictly necessary. That was 2 heavy-duty flashlights. I would get an aluminum ingot if I disassembled them. Okay, so I'm still not exactly sure how to get wire, but I'm thinking it has something to do with bashing a fence or something. I don't know, that's why I made this thing. Or I wonder if I can bash open the gun shop. Clang, clang, clang. Okay, well, my attack power is pretty beefy. I set off an alarm. Not strictly a good thing, that. Aha! Wire. I thought you got wire from fences, but I wasn't sure, so... Yeah. That's why it took me so long. Okay. Oh, and I have an extra heavy stick? I don't need that. Now, how many wires did I need? I'm gonna take like 3. Oh, we'll need extra, so I'll take 4 wire. I think that's all I need. I think I only needed 2. Alright. Mission complete. Let's get back home without stepping into a landmine. Or something like that. Cheese. And lemonade. Nothing like cheese and lemonade. A very awkward combination, if you ask me. Alright. Finally I can make it. Should be the Survivor head torch. Ooh, this is gonna be great. Alright, now once again, well, yes, let's just make it already. I don't care which one you use, just make it. Survivor head torch, yes! Wear that bastard. And then let's reload that thing. Reload. Now, Survivor head torch has no encumbrance, but does provide decent protection. That's frickin' awesome. Alright, Survivor head torch is frickin' awesome. I mean, it's gonna make my head a little bit hotter, isn't it? No, it provides no warmth, just 20% coverage. Okay, so, head. Survivor head torch must go to the innermost. Absolutely. And now... the other thing I would like to make... the other thing I would like to make... would be that wonderful Survivor telescope. Which required one last thing. The spring. Right. No springs! Boing! No springs. Oh, I can make an ergonomic grip for various guns. Or 1 or 2 other upgrades. That's cool. But oh, and the extra battery mod. An extra battery modification. Alright. Let's strap that in there. Activates. Survivor head torch. You attach the extra battery mod to the head torch. I can make more of those and attach them to more things? Well, not right now. Oh, it unloaded it. It unloaded the batteries. Reload. Batteries. Oh, good. It didn't get rid of them. It just unloaded it. Reload. Completely reload this thing. Alright, so now we have got a Survivor head torch with 300 capacity. That is awesome. Activates. And it seems to be... is it more powerful? I'm not sure if it's actually more powerful, but it is very nice. Okay, so where does one get a spring from, I ask you? Spring. Typically, that's a more mechanical object than a electronic object. Spring. Where would one find a spring? Not in there. obviously. Not in a computer console. Spring. Does a police robot use a spring? No springs. Seems like there'd be a spring in a car somewhere. Watches use springs, don't they? They used to. Watches used to use springs once upon a time, but not anymore. Not so much anymore. Springs. Gosh, we don't use springs nearly as much as we used to. Not a spring in sight. Phew. Excuse me. Okay, well. Vibrator. No. Where would a spring be? I seem to be drawing a blank on that one. This has enough wheels. Springy spring. I would like a springy spring. Do we have a springy spring? Springy spring? This doll does not have a spring. I can disassemble this for Clockworks. And there's no... Is there any springs in the Clockworks? You'd think Clockworks would totally contain a spring. I'm just saying. I'm going to disassemble this right here and now. Oh, we can't... You need a tool with hammering of one or more. This is not a hammering tool. This seems like my homewrecker would be a hammering tool. Wooden bat. Is an okay weapon, I guess. Take this, you ants! Homewrecker! Bam! That's fun. No spring in a lamp, right? Not sure. Sink. No springs in a washing machine or dryer. Take that. Springs. I have no idea where a spring would be. Homewrecker! Slam! Oh, I love doing that. Spring. Springy springs. What can contains a spring. Anymore. I have no idea what contains a spring. Springs are rare indeed. Oh crap, that's the riot control box. I thought I had dealt with him, but no. No, I have not. Or did I deal with the riot control bots? Is that a different one? No, I think that's the same one I was dealing with earlier. Well, let's just avoid that for now. Muffler. Roasters. Laundromat. Pawn shop. Yeah, this is a pawn shop I raided. Motor, yada yada, no spring. Roll mat, no spring. No springs! No springs. An aluminum bat I messed up. Laser. Walking cane. A spring! Just a plain spring sitting there in the pawn shop. Okay. That works! I thought that I would have to disassemble something for a spring. And I would have if it weren't for the pawn shop. I had no idea how rare or important springs were. Until I realized that I was living in a world without springs. There's actually a Mystery Science Theater episode where it was one of these little newsreel bits. It was this world without springs, and there was a springy guy. He was like this old... He was like an old prospector, and he'd say to the main character of that little movie, no springs, whenever he would try to like start up a car, but the car would have no springs. In the world, in the 50s, people used springs for all sorts of things, but nowadays, especially in the future, whatever this is, like 2070 or something, 2090, in the far distant future, we use springs far less. Even now, we use springs far less than we did in the 1950s. And that's why that was really hard, finding a spring. That was quite difficult. Okay, but we did it. So anyways, tools. Where is it? Survivor. Shouldn't I be able to make it? Shouldn't be survivor thingy? Survivor telescope? What's wrong? Let's see, survivor head torch. Where's the other one? Survivor? I'm not seeing survivor telescope. There it is. Sorry it took me so long. Nearby fire or soldering iron. The soldering iron's not nearby. Where's my soldering iron? Maybe it's over here, technically. I don't know where my soldering iron is. Bunch of solder. Oh, my soldering iron doesn't have batteries. Batteries required. Reload. That's more like it. Okay, now once again, the survivor telescope. Plastic mold. Oh, it requires a plastic mold or nearby and a nearby fire or integrated tool set or soldering iron. Okay, I don't have a plastic mold. And I don't even know what a plastic mold is. How can one make a plastic mold? Or can you make one, or do you guys just have to find one? There's a plastic mold. There's no plastic mold. Oh, mold. See, would it be in parts? I do not know, but this is getting too late, and I have completed my primary task, and I've assembled a lot of equipment, so this is a been a very successful session of Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead for Comrade Gary. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I will see you next time, survivors. Good night, and stay safe out there. Let's go. It takes on a whole new meaning when you call it Funny Farm now. I think, just in the context. Oh, there's a bird. I like the birds. The birds are coming to kill you. I guess that's a hissing noise from that. Yeah, that's the bus. Hello, you must be too. I'm Robin, the local carpenter. Mayor Lewis sent me here to protect you and show you the ways you can home. Here's there right now, Teddy. Right, farm's right over here. Alright then. It's nice of you. Thank you, Robin, for showing me the way. You being a welcoming committee. I appreciate that. That was necessary. This is Funny Farm. Oh, I should have called it the Funny Farm.